Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody, and welcome to the Demo Jam today for April. This is going to be an exciting time where we're going to be featuring 7 different sales apps. My name is Jeff Grosse. I'm a Salesforce MVP, and joining me today are Joshua Hoskins and Amanda Nelson. Joshua is also a Salesforce MVP, and we've got Amanda from the AppExchange. So say hello, guys.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, you guys can join along with us on Twitter if you use the hashtag AppDemoJam, it's APP Demo Jam. We will be looking for your comments out there and your questions for today's contestants. You can also put in your questions into the GoToWebinar chat. That is a way that you can get your questions answered. Today, we are going to be hearing from participants including LinkPoint360, TaskFeed, Xactly, Simpplr, Conga, Geopointe, and Swiftype. That is a huge bunch. We got 7 today, so it's going to be a good demo jam. But you know what? To get you ready for that, we want you to know a little bit about the rules of the road. So Joshua, I'm going to hand it over to you for our rules today.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Jeff. Great to be here and have everyone on the call. Thanks for joining today. So for rules, it's really simple. Every presenter will have 3 minutes to demo your app. There are no slides allowed, and only one winner will be chosen, and that winner will be chosen by you. So there'll be a point in today's webinar where we'll open it up for voting. There'll be a link that will be pasted in the webinar chat that you'll use to cast your vote while Jeff and I share some announcements going on in the community. You cannot vote for your own company, and that's basically it. So Jeff, without further ado, let's get ready to rumble.
All right, sounds good. Now, one thing I do have to let people know about is that there is a little bit of a warning here. We do have timers going on, and these guys are going to give you a 3-minute demo of their product. So just so all the viewers are aware of this, when there's 30 seconds left, you're going to hear a little goat sound. That sounds very Salesforce-ish, doesn't it? But then when it's time for 3 minutes being up, we're going to see how well these guys do for their timing. This is what we got. And I'm still waiting for the actual elephant from Salesforce. But hey, Dreamforce is coming up. Maybe that's what we'll see then. So today we are going to start off the Rumble with Conga. Conga is the go-to application provider for Salesforce users that looks to accelerate business processes by automating data, document generation, contract lifecycle management, and reporting. Conga provides time-saving solutions for more than 550,000 users in 45 countries around all different industries. Today's demo, in fact, is going to introduce Conga's newest product. In fact, it's launching today. Can't get much newer than that. The fastest and easiest way to make your team stay on track as you negotiate deals faster, increase contract insight, and ensure Salesforce is always up to date with accurate information. So today, to show us exactly what that looks like, we've got Matt Bashaney with us. Matt, are you out there?
I'm here. Thank you.
Over to you. 3 minutes begins now, sir.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much. So where we're going to start is on a contract. This can be run from any standard or custom object, but contract works perfect for this demonstration. The first thing we're going to do here is we're ready to generate a new contract, but we need to select our clauses. The way we do that is we go to the Select Clause button, and we have clause bundles here. These clause bundles contain different combinations of clauses. They can be sorted and organized however you see fit, and can be named for your specific document. So in this case, we're going to generate a master services agreement. So I'm going to select the MSA clause bundle and click Save. From here, it's going to redirect us back to the contract, and you'll notice that we have all of those clause bundles already saved on the record as soon as the page loads. There we go. From there, we can generate our MSA, which we've already done here. We have an MSA brand new this morning to use for this presentation. So we can skip the Generate MSA button and go straight to Send for Negotiation. Send for Negotiation simply loads an email template where you can select your recipient or recipients. Anyone will do. And you just simply type in your text for the message and send. Now I've already sent this message, so we'll just go back to our contract, but when you click send, it actually redirects you back here anyway. And you'll see in my inbox, I've got a brand new MSA generated with Conga Composer. So I've got a brand new document right here, which I have already downloaded. And I just want to make some quick changes here. One of the benefits to our solution is that for people who are editing contracts who maybe aren't experienced with this, they may not know that they need to track their changes. So they say, oh, I want to have this start on April 30th. I'm just going to go ahead and update that on the document. I want to add some additional stuff here, like company data definitely includes my fantasy football lineup. I want to make sure that's in the contract. And as the terms here are a little different than what I want to actually have this be net 30. So I'm going to go ahead and change that here in the document. Click Save. Now what I can do is actually simply reply in line to this message. I'm going to attach my document here. And click Send. Now I can go back in here and actually view the red lines for this particular document. Everything is captured in the server and evaluated against the original text, so I can see changes to the document, which of course it didn't do. From there, I can actually use our true up functionality. What this will do is evaluate the changes in the text, things like this, and say the clause terms have changed, and save.
Yeah, that was your 3 minutes, but Matt, I like this. So one of the things that I think is important about the whole matter is that everything looks completely native to Salesforce. I didn't see anything about Conga in there, and not that that's important to have your name not there. It's just this is exactly the business process that people are following. You're in the Lightning experience. You're putting together bundles of clauses and things like that go into the contract. You're letting people do native redlining of these documents, and you're not forcing them to try and track changes, all that kind of stuff. You're managing all that, and then this comparison thing that I almost saw, all of it is pretty amazing to be able to speed up the process, and I can see why this is going to make the whole process of managing these contracts a lot simpler. And I guess I didn't know that Conga was going to be coming out with that, so it's pretty cool to be able to premiere this application here on the demo jam today. So I'm going to toss it over to Amanda. Have you got a question from the audience, Amanda?
Yeah, that was great. I do have a question. The question is, does Conga contracts include a way to generate documents as well?
So yes, that's a great question. The Generate MSA button here is actually a Composer button. Because of the unique nature of document creation and what we do as kind of our original business, we found that actually about half of our customers in 2016 generated contracts with our software, which is kind of what inspired us to look into this. It was actually about 5 million contracts last year. So realizing that, we realized that most of the people who are using this have a need to generate the contract as well. So Conga Contracts actually comes bundled with Conga Composer so that you can use that software to generate those contracts. And as you said, it's completely inside Salesforce.
Man, that's a powerhouse to get Conga Composer as a part of that. So good job, Matt. Thank you for doing that demo. With that, I'm going to hand it over to Joshua for our next contestant.
Thanks, Jeff. Okay, next up, we've got Geopointe. So Geopointe location enables Salesforce, allowing customers to apply geography and maps to their business processes. Use Geopointe to better understand the where in your data and take action on those results. Do more, sell more, close more. For today's demo, Scott will be showing us how to use schedule routing. It's a feature within Geopointe, which helps users accomplish more meetings in a day. More meetings could potentially lead to more revenue. Scott, are you out there?
I'm here.
Okay, over to you, sir. Your 3 minutes starts now.
Great. I'm playing the part of a sales rep in the Chicago area, and I have a dinner to attend in Milwaukee tomorrow. And I want to maximize my time on that trip in order to see other accounts in the area. So I'm going to start by creating a route in Geopointe and importing from the Salesforce Calendar. And we'll choose tomorrow and say import. I can see here I have my morning sales meeting in our Chicago office and then the dinner up at Harley-Davidson in Milwaukee and about 5 hours to spare in between. So let's look for other data in Salesforce along the way. So I'm going to create a shape here that encompasses my route as well as the greater Milwaukee area. And we're going to look for my largest accounts inside that shape. So Geopointe's restricting the search to just the data within that little area that I drew, as well as any filters I've associated in that data set. And I can see I have two here, Abbott Labs and Allstate. Let's go ahead and add those into my route. And you'll notice on the left that Geopointe's automatically adding those appointments into the proper spot based upon their location to keep them in the right sequence and based upon the amount of time I want to spend at each place. So it put Allstate here, then Abbott, and I still have 3 hours to spare. I don't have any other large accounts in Salesforce to access, but why don't we look for other data? I have this prospecting list here. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. This is actually tapping into a premium data layer we offer. We have on file about 10 million global businesses and over 100 million global contacts that are available to you to bring into Salesforce from Geopointe. And I can see here, Northwestern Mutual is a business in the Milwaukee area that I can prospect at. And there's over 35,000 people on file here. I'm going to go ahead and import a number of those people into Salesforce. I have my options here to able to bring down that list into just the right number of contacts here. So let's look just at the sales organization and just at VP level. And I can see there's 3 people that Geopointe has on file here. I'm going to import all 3 of those people into Salesforce. I don't have that account in here already, so we'll import that as well. And there we go. I've just added those 3 people into Salesforce, and hopefully I can make an appointment with Northwestern Mutual there. I'm going to go ahead and refresh my largest accounts view and finish up my route and just add Northwestern Mutual into it just to make sure that I've documented that. Okay, and we're going to give myself 2 hours over at Northwest Mutual just to fill that time because I don't know exactly who I'll be meeting there. So you can see Geopointe's able to tap into your Salesforce data that's not even in Salesforce, you can bring into Salesforce to maximize your time in the field to help you do more, sell more, and close more. Thank you.
Awesome, Scott. Thanks for getting in there under 3 minutes. Great job. So there are a lot of different things to like about. I haven't seen Geopointe in a while, but one thing to call out is just it's definitely enlightening. So it looks and feels like I'm not leaving Salesforce, as Jeff pointed out for the other demoer as well. But also the fact that it already knew that I had 2 meetings scheduled, and it showed me the duration of time that I had. It allowed me to fill that, not only with the existing folks in my database, but it also allowed me to pull in new people from the data source that you offer. I think is really cool because obviously you were still able to filter down the contacts. So having the ability to not only use your existing Salesforce data, being able to understand whether companies are in the area is really helpful to a lot of the users who are out there prospecting and really hitting the field. So great job. Amanda, what questions do we have out there?
Yes, and we're getting some great tweets, by the way, Scott. Awesome job. People really like seeing the visuals for sure. The question is, for the business and people data layer, how accurate is the data for prospecting purposes?
It's very accurate. So we partnered with ZoomInfo on this, and so we're actually utilizing their data in partnership with them and getting that on a regular basis. They're professionals in maintaining and organizing that data. So it's as good as that data source, and it's as good as any we've found. We did an extensive search out there and a lot of evaluation to come up with that, and have a great partnership with them. So that's the data source you're able to tap into through Geopointe in one of our premium offerings.
Great, awesome. Thanks a lot, Scott. And over to you, Jeff, for our next presentation.
Sounds good. You know what? I think Amanda, the reason that you're getting more of those tweets out there is that Scott's a little bit of a celebrity. He's been around the ecosystem for a long time, and not only did he start out not even at Geopointe. I mean, he's the founder of the thing, but he became, he's developed this into such a program like that. So pretty cool.
Next up, although we do have some other celebs on the line as well. I mean, I'm excited to see Andy. He's done this a bunch of times, both Andys actually. So it's going to be
celebrities all around. Exactly. All right. Well, next up, we've got LinkPoint360. LinkPoint360 provides integration solutions for Microsoft Office and IBM Notes with Salesforce. LinkPoint connects customers so that they can continue doing their work in email while interacting with Salesforce data. They can view and create records within Salesforce, and they can record emails, sync their calendars, their contacts, and even the tasks between systems. Today, I've got with me Jeff Eskow, and he's going to be showing us how LinkPoint Connect makes users more efficient and more productive while boosting Salesforce adoption all along the way. So Jeff, you ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Here you go.
Thanks, guys. So yes, about 13 years ago, LinkPoint created tools for integrating Outlook and Lotus Notes back into Salesforce. In these 13 years, we've added a ton of functionality. I can't show it all in 3 minutes. So I figure let's talk about what's new, what's very cool, what's very powerful. Right? From a high view, LinkPoint does 3 things really well. One, it's used for recording emails back into Salesforce. I'll show you some good functionality there. We're used for syncing contacts, calendars, and tasks back and forth. And thirdly, there's the side panel that resides in your Outlook or your Lotus Notes. We invented the side panel, and it's going to allow you to spend your time in email, still do what you need to do in Salesforce. So again, with all these icons here, I can't show you everything. So let's look at these pencils, the yellow pencil. Pencil is used to either add data into Salesforce or update it. So I want to make a change to this contact record. I click the pencil, I make the change. Or I want to create an all new record. I click on the pencil and I choose a new record I want to create. I'm able to stay in Outlook and still do this work in Salesforce. Kind of similar, sometimes I'll get an email from someone that's not in Salesforce. I want to put this person in Salesforce, but I don't want to type all this. We're going to use drag and drop to create a new contact or a new lead or a new account, no typing. Right? We can also use drag and drop for when we get an email from someone we do business with, maybe their contact information has changed. So when I do drag and drop, this box opens up and it's asking me if I want to edit one of these records. Do I want to update them? This feature, if you think about it, it's also serving as a duplicate blocker. If someone does drag and drop before me, when I go to do it, this box shows up, tells me he's already there. All right, talk real quick about email recording. In the upper left corner, there are 2 buttons for email recording. Smart Record is what you'll call one-click recording. I get an email from Fred, I click Smart Record, it records back to the activity history record, just like you'd expect. If you use a block a highlight combination of emails, your last 10 emails, you hit Smart Record. Smart Record's pretty smart. It knows to send this email to Glenn's record, and this one to Fred's record, and this one to Susie, etc. The other button is when you want to be more granular. I get an email from Fred, and maybe I want to also record to a related item, a case, an opportunity, what have you. Maybe I want to search for a record that's not showing up here and record it there as well. Maybe I want to create a follow-up for myself or for one of my coworkers so that I can make sure I follow up, make sure maybe I want to edit this email so that I can find it more easily in Salesforce later on. So the goal is to be more efficient, more productive, and we're doing that through recording emails, through syncing of data, and through use of the side panel.
Wow. So you know what? Here's the thing. I'm looking at this and I'm saying this is even more than I've seen LinkPoint at customers before, but the product has definitely evolved even more since then. And one of the keys to it, I think, is working in context. This is, where people work today. If we make them jump between application to application to application, we not only lose productivity, we lose context, we lose all kinds of other information. And what you've done here, not only by giving us the side panel and being able to see so much other information related to that person, I've never seen that drag and drop piece before. I mean, that is a huge time saver. And you know what? If you can lower those barriers for people to be able to do those tasks, they will get done much more regularly. So love it. Good stuff. Over to you, Amanda, for our question.
Yes, thank you. It's always great to show how we're helping customers, and it looks like they really listen to customers to see the kind of functionality they would need to move faster and be more productive. So great job there. Questions are flying in. Okay, here we go. Does the record to Salesforce include any attachments to email?
Absolutely. Yeah, in fact, when you're using the recording box, you can not only record the email, but it'll give you an option if there's an attachment that you can record the attachment as well. If it's a document, you click because you want to record it. If it's just the graphics and the logos in your signature, you'll leave that unchecked.
Nice. Good job, Jeff. We appreciate it. Thanks for showing that to us today. You're going to make some more salespeople more effective by doing this. Thank you for showing it. Over to you, Joshua.
Cool. Thanks a lot, Jeff. All right, next up, we've got Simpplr. So Simpplr is an employee communication engagement platform that integrates with applications like Box, Workday, and Okta. Simpplr works with the technology you're already using. Simpplr is a trusted app by its customers to connect and engage and empower the employees to achieve measurable and valuable success. And it does that by increasing productivity, employee retention, and also business performance. It's a mouthful. All right, so basically, Jonathan is going to show us how all this works. Jonathan, are you out there?
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you very much.
Over to you. Your 3 minutes starts now.
Great, thank you. So what I'm going to talk about today is Simpplr is an employee engagement and communications application. So today I'm going to talk about the experience from the enterprise-wide communications and then talk about a very specific sales use case here. So in the Simpplr world, everybody starts on his or her own home dashboard. So what I'm getting is here, we're connecting people with information, with people, and with applications. So at a home dashboard level, I'm going to receive content that's related to the various sites and the people that I follow within my Simpplr environment here. So the content I see down below on these tiles are all coming from the sites or people that I follow. But at the top, the banner ad or the carousel is coming from what the company wants me to see. So as a user, I have a personalized experience. From the application standpoint, I have quick access to my Salesforce apps that I would need access to. Additionally to the various apps that I would have connected through my single sign-on environment. And then in order to connect me with the people and the folks I need to collaborate with, we're going to surface a user's chatter feed in here as well, which can include the standard things such as sharing or linking or polling. So for the sales use case here, what I'm going to talk about is basically creating a sales team enablement site. So at the site level, you can see that sites can be mandatory. I can follow sites, I can own sites or manage sites. But if I looked at the sales team site example here, much like a user has his or her own dashboard, a group or a site in Simpplr would have their own dashboard. So this is the space where the sales team can collaborate and share information and share content. So you can see that in the design here, each site, the ability to design your site with the various tiles and the various carousel or the various layouts here, all very user-friendly, managed within the app without need for any coding. We can surface here things like sales knowledge or helpful sales links or videos or other external content on this dashboard. From a content standpoint, the ability to get content and push it out to my users is very simple as well, as our name would imply. So if I wanted to add a new article related to some sales news here, because I'm a site owner or manager here and I have the publishing privileges, I'm going to push out a news article that talks about 5 strategies that are going to help boost sales in this calendar year. So it's a simple WYSIWYG editor, so I can copy that content, paste it over. I'm going to grab just to here and we're going to drop this in as a page. We're going to go ahead and we're going to add this cover image on there as well. And we're going to add the image. We're going to call this a news article in my app here. And we're going to publish this article and I'll show you where this surfaces and I'll show you how I can push this out to all my users in various formats. So I published the article in the sales team enablement site. It's part of the content on the dashboard.
Oh, sorry about that. Time's up. But listen, you got through quite a bit. This application resonates with me personally because I've been on a project where we basically tried to create this, and I'm not sure why we weren't talking to you instead. But a lot of people think as CRM as data with inside of Salesforce, accounts, contact, leads, and conversion. But it really doesn't serve a lot of the purpose in bringing together articles and being collaborative like you can within the UI that you just presented here. It's all within inside of Salesforce, and you can post different articles to expire. You can actually deliver the right information at the right time. It's not just about the right lead and the right contact, but it's the right event announcement to that specific group in Hawaii because it's specific to their office. And so that targeted content in an engaging portal that's very intuitive is really important, and that's what I like to see. So thank you. Yep. Amanda, what questions do we have out there from the audience?
Yes, some good questions and also some great tweets. There's some people that are a fan of you, Joshua, apparently. Good stuff to see. Okay, so the question is, how long does it take to go live to build these dashboards?
Yeah, so we're a managed package, so we install. It's really a content exercise. So we Our typical go live timeline would be about 4 to 6 weeks, and that's an enterprise wide. So we talked about the sales team enablement use case today. But if you were to look at the way that we could roll out across the enterprise, you could have sites that are related to all company communications or HR portals or new hire onboarding. 4 to 6 weeks is our standard go live timeline.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. Jeff, over to you for the next presentation.
All right, sounds good. Now, nobody go anywhere. We've got 4 down and we've got 3 to go, and we want everybody to stick around and not only see everybody, but be part of the voting at the end. So don't anybody leave. Next up, we've got Swiftype. Swiftype is a search platform that allows you to search across every object and field from Salesforce clouds, no matter which one you're using, and across any other cloud data sources like Dropbox, Google Apps, Office 365, and many, many more. You can use Swiftype to deliver the relevant results in a single search experience all alongside your Salesforce environment. Swiftype is applicable to any type of employee in any department. And today, Jonas is here. He's going to show us what Swiftype can do and help sales users to be more productive in their jobs, make their lives better. Over to you, Jonas.
All right, good morning, everyone. So let's all pretend for a second here that I'm a very busy account executive at Jetpack Inc. And in fact, this morning I'm about to jump on a call with a customer of mine, SpaceX, to upsell them on a larger, faster rocket. So this is a huge opportunity for me. I want to make sure that I'm as prepared and as informed as possible before my conversation. Luckily, I'm using Swiftype for Salesforce, which is an AI-powered search platform that connects to all my different data sources and provides me with relevant contextual results right alongside my Salesforce experience. So here I am looking at an account on Salesforce, SpaceX here. Obviously, it gives me some information about the account itself, but I'd like to get some more visibility on what may be happening with this account across various areas of my business. So looking here at the Salesforce, Swiftype for Salesforce integration on the right-hand side, I can see that there's currently a conversation happening in support, something about rockets not landing properly, but just reading through here the little tidbit of information, I can see that Elon is actually satisfied with the troubleshooting that we've been doing on this. So I don't have to worry about that as I'm about to jump on the call. So here I am having the conversation, upsell conversation, everything goes well. And as the discussion evolves, someone mentions the initial contractual terms, which I can review rapidly since Swiftype has already surfaced the file here, which lives on Google Drive, as a relevant piece of information for this. So I can quickly open this document, review the contractual terms with whoever's on the line, and make sure that we all agree on these. So here I am having conversations about rockets and space and such, and I see an opportunity to negotiate quickly. So I need to quickly pull up the pricing sheet. Now, I can leverage Swiftype's deep integrations to search directly from the Chrome address bar, and since I know who created the document, I can use their name to filter my query directly from the search bar. So I'm going to jump here, and I'm going to say pricing from Matt Riley, and hit enter. And as you'll see here on the right-hand side, I get a result for the document I'm looking for directly in Google Drive, and I can click and open the document just like the previous one. It looks like a colleague of mine here is trying to interrupt my demo. Let's see what he wants. I can probably help him here. Obviously, I'm using Slack, and I can use the Swiftype command here to actually pull information from Salesforce directly from the Slack interface, and I get to share contacts that may be on Salesforce or account information or anything across all of my platforms directly from Slack, and I can get back to work directly. Now, obviously, I'm in a hurry here. I just closed a major deal with our friends at SpaceX, but I need to rush into another meeting, and I'm really busy. I didn't have the time to look at any information about what that meeting is going to be about. But because I use the Swiftype mobile app, actually I can pull it up or just look at the push notifications I just received and see that I've got the upcoming meeting card presented to me. And I can click into this, and what I see here is a bunch of information related to that meeting I'm about to walk into, from Salesforce attachments that may be related to the conversation, to a meeting checklist, and even the contact information on whoever is going to attend this meeting. I'm a total pro, and this is how business is done, and I'm glad I use Swiftype.
Wow, you did it just under the wire there. Now, see, this is pretty cool because I actually saw some things I've never seen done before, and here's what I saw. I saw that you had your sidebar there, which had obviously relevant information that's relative to the particular record you're looking at. But then you went and you started typing a search in the Google search bar, and you didn't lose context. So you knew how to do a Swiftype search. It pulled in the relevant document, brought you back into Salesforce. It brought it into that sidebar. That was actually pretty slick. Now you throw in the integrations to Slack so that you can bring all that information back and forth. That's some pretty cool stuff and pretty amazing what it can reveal. So I think that's going to be definitely a game changer for a lot of people who are able to who can put that into their sales organization. Amanda, what have you got for a question out there today?
Sure thing. Yes, it was great to see Swiftype. The question is, does it work yet for Lex?
For Lex, answer to that is no, but I just want to make sure that I understand exactly what Lex is right now.
That's all I've got for you.
Yeah, so the lightning experience. Yeah, so what we're seeing here is
for the lightning experience.
Yeah,
so the extraction works also for the lightning experience. Sorry, I just didn't recognize the acronym there, Lex. Gotcha. Yeah, totally. It absolutely works for the lightning experience.
And does it work for Lex Luthor if he happens to be a customer?
You would love that. I mean, you can be a user of the platform, that would work well for him.
You know, I did not know that either. And yes, Lightning Experience, they just confirmed. Glad it works for Lightning. Thank you.
Gotcha, no worries.
But we've got confirmation on Lex Luthor can use it as well. So if you're listening today, Lex, you're safe. He is. I want to see him at Dreamforce though, instead of fake Bono and all the other celebs we've had there. All right, with that, thank you for showing us the demo of Swiftype. Over to you, Joshua.
Cool, thanks a lot, Jeff. All right, next up we've got TaskFeed. With TaskFeed, you can delight your customer through every stage of the buying journey. TaskFeed is used by sales and customer onboarding teams to stay organized, in control, and to collaborate with your customers. Sales teams shorten sales cycles by providing a plan of action items and responsibilities, and customer onboarding teams accelerate time to value with a repeatable onboarding plan you can share with your customer. Today, Andy will show us just how you can build a deal plan in TaskFeed. Andy, are you out there?
Yes, I am. Hey, Josh.
Over to you. Your 3 minutes starts now.
Great, perfect. So a modern enterprise salesperson has got to coordinate activities internally with partners and with customers in order to win business. So our customers tell us that collaboration and team coordination within these virtual teams is crucial to reducing deal slippage and also delighting the customer. So what we can do is go and create what we call a board against a specific opportunity. So a board is a shared workspace for the opportunity team. Let me just go over to that board in TaskFeed now. So the board is the shared workspace for the opportunity team, and the board defines all the work required to move the deal forward. So I can pick up this qualified deal and put that into in progress. So TaskFeed creates these tasks based on the criteria of the opportunity, including type, vertical, size, and even the associated products. The tasks are then scheduled and even assigned out to people based on the opportunity team that's assigned to the deal already. Finally, everyone has visibility of the work required for the opportunities because the individuals will be notified when their work is ready. So we can flip into the plan view within TaskFeed now. So we know that we can shorten sales cycles by providing the team a clearer plan of actions and responsibilities. So this plan view shows each step that we believe is required to move this deal forward. TaskFeed has automatically scheduled the work based on our templates, and we can now make changes based on what we know about this opportunity. So in this instance, we're gonna need more time on this design stage, so we can just resize this task to take us all the way out to 12. So TaskFeed is smart and it's going to rebuild the downstream tasks based on that plan, and it's also going to reschedule them and wrap them around weekends for us. So now that the internal team is aligned, you can get the customer working on that plan too. So you can share this board from TaskFeed with your customer. So TaskFeed generates a unique link that you can share with the customer to provide them a real-time view of the deal plan. This is a bit like how you might share a Google Doc. I'm able to just copy this out. Let me paste it into a new incognito window. And this helps you guide the customer through the buying journey. The link you can share is read-only, and but it's updated in real time. And you can even add your own branding, like we've added the Demo Jam branding up here. So a customer can come in and view the plan view, view the board view, and even drill into the details, and you can control what visibility they have of everything here. So in less than 3 minutes, let me close this down now. So in less than 3 minutes, we've created a deal plan, engaged our team, and shared the plan with the customer. So everyone involved is now on the same page. So hopefully you can see for yourselves how TaskFeed prevents deals slipping by providing the team a plan that you can share with the customer.
Nice, right under the wire. So we've had the pleasure of having TaskFeed at some live ones. So will you be able to pull it off on the remote one? We'll see. So basically, what I like here is that you're obviously in the Lightning experience. It's very intuitive. You've got sort of your board in here. There was a nice job putting the Demo Jam logo over there. Cool points for you. But the idea here is that the team can stay connected. They can adjust as needed, and everyone's updated at the same time. You even have the functionality where you can expose your plan and publish that so your customer can see it as well. And I think anytime you're managing plans like this, it's very important for you to be as transparent as possible with your customer. And if they can have a portal or a link that can show up in a status report, it's definitely very useful for them to be able to see that and self-serve themselves, so they're not always asking for the timeline. So great work, Andy. Really appreciate that. Amanda, what questions do we have out there for Andy?
Sure. Okay. Let's see. Which one am I going to pick here? Okay. How are other boards calculated in order to see capacity for all opportunities?
Yeah, that's a great question. So within TaskFeed, what we've been looking at today is TaskFeed embedded within a single opportunity. When you've got TaskFeed installed in your org, there's a TaskFeed tab added to the top. And when you view that, you're able to bring up visibility of your tasks across all of your different deals. There's also the task inbox view, where TaskFeed organizes all the tasks assigned to you across all of your different work and groups them so you can have a focus view on just what you're working on today, what you're working on tomorrow, and what's coming up later in your day.
Awesome. Thanks a lot for that, Andy. All right, Jeff, over to you. We've got one more. Guys, hang on. We're gonna vote very shortly.
Exactly. And by the way, one little shout out there, the word schedule. I sound like a putz saying it because I'm an American, but it's always awesome when you can hear a Brit say to reschedule something or to reschedule something. So anyway, my little brain that gets entertained by things like that. Lastly up today, we've got Xactly. Xactly gives your sales team real-time visibility into quota attainment and commission payments, two things that are really important to salespeople. By using Xactly with Salesforce, you can combine two of the most essential forces that maximize your business results. Today's demo, Andy's going to be walking us through the email estimator that shows you how you can manage your opportunity and commission process directly from your inbox. And with us, Andy Drogo, Mr. You are on.
Awesome. Thank you. It's great to be back at Demo Jam. This is my fourth one. And as you mentioned, Xactly, we're focused on helping you drive performance among your sales team. So what that really means is we take all the business that you guys close in Salesforce, we suck it into our platform, we put it against any quotas you've established, put in the rates, the bonuses, and then we display back to your team how they're doing, where they rank, and most importantly, how much money they're making. And as you mentioned, we're going to actually go to the inbox today. So this is where your sales reps spend the majority of their life. You know, as Jeff pointed out with LinkPoint, having the CRM data, the Salesforce data within an inbox is incredibly important to ensure adoption of the CRM platform and to ensure that the data within Salesforce is up to date and accurate. So I'm going to click on this email, and you notice there's a whole bunch of unread emails here, right? So I'm going to click on the email from Kathy Hill. It's a great email to get from a client. She's asking for a new quote. She wants a subscription plus some support. So as a sales rep, it's great to get this kind of email. What you'll notice, though, is we now have the Salesforce sidebar on the right-hand side. So this is the Lightning integration to Gmail. In addition to that, we've embedded our commission estimator, which is the key value driver for our sales reps that use our tool right within that sidebar. So the sales rep, without having to go to a different tool, without having to go to my back of my napkin calculation, I'm able to see where I am to quota. If you guys have ever talked to a sales rep, you know the competitive drive of understanding where you are to quota is huge. That's why that's why a lot of sales reps do this, for that competitive and trying to hit that goal. So great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and read this email. She wants, Kathy's looking for a new quote. So in addition to just getting the static information, I can actually leverage the Lightning for sidebar for Gmail and go ahead and actually create an opportunity right from this, right from my inbox. I'll go ahead and put the close date as April 30th. We'll say we're negotiating right now. And given the list price of the product she's looking for, it'll be about $50,000. So a couple of things that happened while I was doing that. first, and perhaps most importantly, the integration grabbed Kathy Hill, searched my Salesforce instance, found that she was an existing contact, found that she had an account already hooked up to her, and allowed me to create an opportunity, link all that together without having to go to Salesforce. What we bring to the table in addition to that is running a real-time calculation to show Tony how much money he can make if he were to close that deal, right? And so now, without having to do any kind of back-of-the-envelope calculation, I see that I will make $5,000 if I were to go ahead and close this deal. And if you guys have any experience with incentive compensation, you'll know that that type of information is not easily available to your team. They typically won't get that information until 6 to 8 weeks after this interaction that I'm demoing here. So having that at their fingertips is hugely valuable. And before I wrap up, I want to let you know this is available in Lightning and Salesforce One and Salesforce Classic. Thank you.
All right at the wire there. But you know, you're right about that, Andy. This is the kind of stuff that motivates people to get in their inboxes and get working on these deals, because when you see that this deal is worth that much to you, you take a little different action. And the fact that you actually integrate it into the inbox like that, the sidebar, you saw information about it, you were able to immediately create a record out of it. I like that as well. So you take that as just one feature of Xactly. That's pretty cool. I think seeing your entire attainment within Salesforce as well, that's a great way to motivate people and get the results that everybody seems to be looking for. Well, over to you, Amanda. Let's see what we got for a question for Xactly today.
Great, and very exciting because now we are done with all of the great demos today. So we're going to open up the voting in just a few minutes. So, question for Xactly is just about: does it work in multiple email clients?
That's a great question. So we're actually piggybacking on the Salesforce feature that embeds the Lightning integration into Gmail, and it's also available for Outlook as well.
Nice. All right. Well, with that, it is time to put up our voting. This is your chance. You guys have all seen what all of our demo jammers were doing today. You have a chance to go out to that URL that's on there. It's a special one. We are going to leave this open for about 3 minutes, but you go ahead and vote for who you think did the best job today. And in that time, while you're waiting for the announcement, Joshua, I think we got some events coming up. I think Salesforce is not only a CRM company, not only a customer experience company, but they are an events company, are they not?
Absolutely, they are cranking out these events. So there's definitely a lot of events going out. You know, if you are in a city that has been able to have a Lightning tour, a Lightning Now tour come by, those are awesome to understand really how to customize hands-on the Lightning experience. You've also got an event going on today, which happens to be a demo jam happening in Toronto at 5 p.m. So that's happening. These demo jams have been installed at most of the world tours, so do look out for them. We have a slide later on that will show you about demo jams happening in the near future. And then, of course, we've got the demo jam coming up May 2nd in New York. And I'm actually doing a demo jam in Madrid, so I've got to work on my Spanish.
Man, oh man, they're happening all over the place. Shout out to Canadians who are doing demo jams today. I'm actually going to be at the one in New York in a couple of weeks, so I'm going to miss you out there, Joshua, but I think Madrid sounds pretty cool too.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going demo jam crazy. We've also got a lot of things happening in the community. So if you haven't checked out the Success community, they are now accepting votes for the logo for the next release, which will be summer 17. So go ahead and get your vote in out there. It's always exciting to be able to let the community choose what logo. I think there's a lot of excitement around there. But that means that the release notes are just around the corner. So waiting for that 100-page document. That's going to be daunting.
100. Man, it's not 100 anymore. It's over 500 nowadays.
Yikes. It's so big.
I know, but you know, that's all excitement because you always look at how many points did they retire this time, and you know, all the things that the voting is all over the place if you look at it. I mean, we're doing voting right now for the demo jam. There's voting over logos, there's voting over what features you want in Salesforce. It's all over the place, and it's pretty cool because I guess that's one of the things that, you know, going back, whatever it is now, 13 years I've been working with Salesforce. That's one of the things that differentiated them from so many other companies out there is the way that they were listening to what their customers actually wanted. And, you know, there wasn't an idea exchange in the very beginning but it was very cool when Salesforce bought a little tiny company, turned that into a product, and the Idea Exchange has really changed the direction of the product, as well as it's been integrated at so many different companies before. And I've seen lots of companies who started out using it years ago and are still using it today.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Idea Exchange has definitely morphed into a product of its own, and product managers look at that. So kudos to that team who's running the Idea Exchange. And for those of you who don't know about the Idea Exchange, it's a place where you can go and log your ideas, and the community will vote those up. Once the idea meets a certain number of points, it goes into a threshold where the product managers would actually look at it. So these product managers that are in Salesforce, and there's a lot of them, absolutely are looking at what to do the next release. And there's not a lot of companies out there who truly really listen to their customer and allow their customers to have a big voice in that. So that's always been one of the core fundamentals, and kudos to all of the participants out there. I know there are definitely some MVPs that I've been speaking to last week that spent a lot of time making sure that the data is clean and accurate, and also like merged as well. So do feel free to go out there and post ideas. If ever you see like a gap, or you feel like there's a way where Salesforce can improve, or there's a feature that you would find helpful in Salesforce, check out the Idea Exchange. Just log on to success.salesforce.com.
You know what, Joshua? We've got our winner, but before we do that, I just have to give a little announcement here, a little PSA that last month, didn't we talk about there was going to be an announcement coming out from Salesforce, and that there was going to be some sort of a cool new thing related to the AppExchange?
We did. Her name is Appy.
Exactly. Isn't that cool? Oh, sorry, that wasn't a reference to the last demo jammer today. But yes, there is Appy out there. So she is a furry little creature who loves Salesforce and loves the AppExchange. So looking forward to Appy's participation in Dreamforce coming up. So everybody get Appy.
Yeah, she's a little cute and sassy bobcat. And I don't know if you guys were around on her launch, which was, I believe, on the 1st. But man, she's definitely got some swagger. If Appy ever makes an appearance back on Twitter, make sure to have a conversation with her. She's definitely got some sass.
All right. And with that, Joshua, I'm going to give a little bit of a drum roll here because we got our winner, and then you are going to let us know who it is.
All right, and today's Demo Jam winner is Swiftype. Congratulations, Swiftype.
Woo, congrats.
Yeah. Woohoo. Great job.
Any words from Swiftype for your victory today?
Well, I'm glad Lex could help us on that one. I think that was a good effort by Lex specifically.
Exactly. So, well, it was great. Well, thank you for participating today. It's been great having all of you guys here, all 7 of our participants. Amanda, why don't you close us out?
Thank you. Yes, I think Lex Luthor was able to vote, so that was good. Great. Congratulations, Swiftype. Congratulations, everybody who participated today. Everyone did a great job. A bunch of you have done this before. Some are new, so very exciting to have folks back as well as new folks as well. We've got more demo jams coming up, as mentioned, which is, oh, this is not updated, this screen, but what's coming up next is May 2nd, we have New York City World Tour. Then May 18, we have London. And then May 31 is Boston. So really exciting stuff. Really glad to have demo jams at all of them. And I will be at most of them. So please join us. You are registered for this webinar. All you have to do is come back every 3rd Thursday. Next month is we have another demo jam, and that is going to be around finance apps on the 18th. So join us same time, same place next month for even more apps and demos. Thank you all for joining us today and for voting and for participating, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.